Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sabrina. Um, you guys, I was just like so excited to like get on the horn with you, and now I'm just like, do I have actually anything to say? Like, yeah. Do you guys just like love the like political drama and how it's just like the same exact thing as like high school drama where it's just like, well, you're in bad health. And then it's like, well, you don't even have a plan. Like, well, I don't even know what your policies are. Well, you don't even like think women are people. Like, and they're like, you go, girl. You go. You go, girl. Because it's like muy inteligente, right? It's like so inteligente. I just can't. It's like human beings have degraded so much. Like they just, I mean, I know I say this like literally every day now, but like really, you guys have like the IQ of like, I don't even know anymore like what to say. I feel like people, that found the Appalachian Trail like had like a higher IQ than you do nowadays. Like it's just like, what are you even talking about? Like you talk about like the most basic things and you just act like it's like crazy important or it's just, you know, it's like why focus on deadlines when I got like a stain on my shirt and I can waste like hours upon hours at work talking about the stain on my shirt or like I could talk about like the nail lady being shit, or I could talk about my haircut, or I can talk about how my husband isn't like he used to pick me up fast food every Friday night and now he doesn't do it anymore. And like, I can just like talk about like how my kids being bullied at soccer practice because it's like so importante. And I learned Mexicane. Okay, yes, I did, Becky. I learned it on my vacay. Okay. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with learning a second language nowadays? You know what I mean? It's like my kid's gonna be cultured. Okay, my kid's gonna be like Toto Coco. What? Toto Coco? Kofifi? Anybody? Kofifi? Decaf or Kofifi? So I'm using stevia this morning, okay, guys, because I'm like on the road to 120, like hot dog legs, like give me like no ass, like give me like no curves whatsoever except for my boobs since because they're silicone, so I can't get rid of them really, but like, everything else on my body, like let's just like streamline it, like just so it just goes like up and down just like that. Okay, like zero curves. Like I want to look like this. Okay. Okay, personal trainer, this is my goal. Got it? This is my goal. Hot dog legs. Hot dog legs, everybody. That's what I'm here for. I'm definitely not here for this. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. I just saw it last night randomly because I went to I have like literally the boringest life ever. Oh, there it is. I mean, this is what we're This is 160. Can you see it, guys? I swear to God, I have the flattest stomach ever, and for some reason, my stomach looks protruded when I'm showing it to you there. And I look at it here, and I'm like, it's the flattest stomach ever. Like, I don't even know what's happening. But anyway, that's 160. Okay, literally the flattest stomach ever. 160. Um, big ass booty. Okay, big ass booty. And yeah, that was just what I wanted to show you. That's the only. What's happening there? Oh my God, we're eating people. It sucks so bad. I think that must be why Brandon sat on the couch with me for a year last year, for one whole year. He didn't like say that much. I'm literally gonna cry talking about this. He didn't like say that much. He did talk once in a while, but I'm pretty sure that must be why he sat on the couch with me last year for an entire year, because look at us now. We're eating people all year is what I'm talking about. Is what she means. And like I just looked at a picture of him and his fake non-existent food girl ex-girlfriend, and they're like saying like weird things to me, and that's why I'm like laughing, because we're literally eating people, and now it's Tom Sandoval and not Brandon Lee. Like, so that's what happens when we eat people. We can't hold the state, and we become like all these weird people. And I guess that's why he sat on the couch with me for an entire year last year. What a present to the queen. I actually got my husband for a year, and like, half materialized. I'm just like, when are we going to be done eating people? Like, I hate this part. I want to cry. I want to fucking cry. Like, why does this have to happen every 10 years for us? Like, and then I hear like stupid. What should we call her? We'll just call her stupid. I hear stupid's voice saying like, "I want Jumanji. I want Jumanji," and I'm just like, "What are you talking about? Like, why are you the biggest bitch in the whole room that you like want Jumanji? You know, you want to live in peace, right? No, then why are you saying on the airwaves that you want Jumanji and you'll do anything to get your money and like stuff like that? You know." You know who wants to live in peace? The king and the queen, Alyssa and Brandon. I don't think we ever had to, I think I said this before, but I don't think we ever had to like say the truth that like the princess is actually God before this kingdom. I think we're used to Colin being God. Why am I crying? Because I had like such a nice home life last year. That's why I'm crying. Home life. Did I say anything else? I had a nice home life. And then I just got mad at him. I was like, this sucks because like I know you're real, you're actually real. And like if you were actually alive, I wouldn't have to do this. I wouldn't have to work. I wouldn't have to like wonder, like I wouldn't have to like allocate my money for sushi and whatever. Like I would just be taken care of by my Brandon. I'm like, this sucks. This is awful. Like I want you to come back to life. I don't want to do this anymore. Because it's true, right? If Brandon was alive, like nobody would treat me like this. No one. I definitely wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in right now, actually today. It's not just Brandon Lee we're worried about. We're also worried about Chris Evans. Like, I don't think that if Chris Evans was fully embodied, I would be here right now either. I don't think Chris is fully embodied. Why would he be fully embodied and not come pick me up and not have the confidence enough to come and pick me up and take care of me, even with a wife in the house? Like the most precious thing in the universe, and Chris Evans doesn't have um, enough money to come forward. Give me a break. Oh, because he's like embarrassed that like he doesn't have like it's like so mundane and it's so human. That's what I'm saying. It's so like human, like to even think like, oh, because he doesn't have like the cool, um, he doesn't get the cool jobs. He doesn't get the cool scripts or whatever. Like he got like a few, like obviously he was Cap and he got Knives Out. And he's like, well, and I didn't really get like anything else that was like cool or whatever. And like, he's like worried about that. Like, that's so trivial and mundane. Like, the fact that like, it just doesn't, he's not embodied. He wouldn't be doing this to me if he was embodied. Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake's like, why are we doing this to her? We love her. I'm telling you exactly why they're not fully embodied. If they were fully embodied, they wouldn't have like this fear of like something going wrong if they came and got me or if they took care of me or whatever, if he divorced his wife and actually like I mean, I'm telling Chris Evans to divorce his wife. It just seems silly right now. Like I don't that's why I'm stopping myself. Like why am I telling you to divorce your wife? Like if you do what you want to do, Chris. Do what you want to do. Okay? That's like where I'm at with Chris Evans. Like I don't give a shit to be honest. She seems like a nice girl. She's cute. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Have I ever been the type of woman to be like, you need to do this right now? Like you need to break up with that person right now, or like, I've never been that type of person. I have been the type of person where it's like I need help, I need friends, like I need friends. I have been that type of person, but I've never been that type of mundane, trivial person where it's like, you need to get a divorce and choose me. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you want to choose Alba Baptista over God, over the princess, over your dimensional, multi-dimensional companion? Why would I even why would I even spend time even like talking about it then? If you want to talk about her on TV and everyone knows it's Alyssa. Really? Because I'm single. I don't have a ring on my finger. I'm not eating sushi today because so that's news to me that he's talking about me and not Alba on his fucking podcast when he's doing Access Hollywood and blah 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 blah. That's news to me because Claire's always like, they're talking about you, they're talking about you, and I'm like, yeah, I used to think that too, Claire. I definitely used to think that too. But like, look, I already asked him a million times from the beginning of the year, and he's showing zero like movement towards me. So um I don't really believe that anymore. He must be talking about Alba, you know? I'm tired of that shit. I'm sick of that shit. Like, you're not talking about me. When you say Elena Denon, you're not talking about me. Okay? You're talking about the sticker. Okay? So let's set the fucking record straight. When you're talking about someone, you're talking about the goddamn sticker. Okay? That's who you're talking about. If you're saying their name, if you're saying, because we all know I'm the energy behind everything, because we all know that I'm God. Okay? But if you're talking about a specific person, you're talking about the fucking sticker. Okay, because you're not sticking up for me, and you're not saying, the energy that runs Alba is like, is she's the best I've ever met in my life. Because people would be like, what the hell are you talking about, Chris? Right? Because you would be deemed crazy in human terms. The energy behind Alba is the best thing you've ever met. Like, what are you talking about, Chris? Right? But that would be accurate. That would be an accurate way to say it. But if you're going to talk about Alba, you're not talking about me. Gigi keeps saying like she gets worse, she gets way worse. Like I get angry. I mean, do I like actually like scream? I don't think I scream, Gigi. Maybe I scream like to you personally, like in your own head, but like I don't think I'm in my house like screaming. Like I think I like last year I like looked in the mirror and I was like, you're never going to make me scared of my reflection ever again. Like and I was like literally looking at Gigi, okay? Like I wasn't looking at my face, I was looking at Gigi's face, okay? Like that's how we roll as a cultist. So yeah, you're not talking about me, you're talking about the goddamn sticker, okay? Like you guys need to man up and be honest. Who you're talking about? Like, oh, Zoe Saldana, like she is just the best Gamora in the world. Like her performances as Gamora are just so ethereal and full of integrity. Like we know you're talking about Alyssa because Alyssa is also Gamora, right? But no, you're talking about the sticker, okay? You're talking about the goddamn sticker, okay? Um You are talking about the sticker. Gigi's like, okay, I'll try to pay attention and see if you scream this time. I don't think I scream, but maybe I do. I don't know. I do get angry. I do get angry. I do get angry. I have screamed in my lifetime. I don't think I screamed at Gigi. So I'm really sorry if some screams came through your walls, Gigi. It was not towards Gigi, and that's just so sad. I hate when that happens when like but anyway, maybe she was supposed to hear it. Anyway, guys, this was me last year around this time. I guess I was a lot chubbier. Oh, you can't see it. I just showed you the one picture, which was from this time last year, but I look very chub chub, don't I? I look so chub chub. Yeah. But you guys saw the other picture where I was 160 and I don't look chub chub in that picture. Let me see. Ugh. Okay. I guess I lost some weight, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm refusing to be honest with myself here, Alyssa, and I do hear you. um, what was I gonna say? Oh, you guys just died again. The whole world just got the energy sucked out of it again. It's like I can hear it. I can hear like the energy just like gets sucked out of the earth. Well, I'm sorry you had to hear that, Claire. I mean, maybe you should start using your mouth. I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. Um, is Pop Up telling you guys to be quiet? Like he did tell me last year to be quiet? Like, that's what I was wondering. Like, because Pop Up told me to be quiet last year, so I was really quiet. And then now look at me now. I can't stop talking. Um, so, oh, you guys just died again? Wow, those are like two really quick deaths. It like feels so eerie when you guys die. It's just like that. It's sort of like when Mom Group became the Hills, which sounds funny because of the Hills. When she became the Hills, and she told me like to not become angry ever again because when I become angry, I'm letting people control me, which is hilarious because I'm pretty sure God's allowed to do anything and everything she wants, and you have to obey her. And that's the only rule, and that's the only law. And that's not what the Hill said, right? The Hill said, I have to not get angry because that means people are overpowering me. It's the opposite. When you yell at a chair, you are yelling at that chair to save your own life because it makes them like go like this. So if you're on God's side, if you're not on God's side, it'll make you go crazy and get diseases and all that good stuff. And I already said that. So, as demonstrated by the most mystical of them all, Doreen Virtue, this year. She's mystical, she's shamanic, she's gorgeous, she's just all of the above and not Delulu at all. Miss Doreen Virtue. You guys, am I Chub Chub? You guys tell me the truth. Like, do I look Chub Chub in this photo too? Okay, let me see if I have any more photos from that time of myself. I can see. Oh, 333. I'll just, of course, like I'll just take a picture of like my phone if I turn on my phone and it's like at 333 because I'm like so mystical. And then I'm like, oh, there's this screenshot that I took from last year with 333 because I looked at it at 333 and we're just like so mystical. Um, I mean, these are like, I think it's just the top or whatever, but I think I'm just making fun of myself. But I mean, I am walking like 10 miles a day, so I think I just looked normal last year. Pretty normal. I look a little Amish, but pretty normal. Um, or Mormon. I look a little Mormon. Okay, so Alyssa, why don't you talk anymore? Like, you afraid of people or something? We know you hate people, Alyssa. Why? Were you with me last year in my apartment? What a weird thing to say to me, energy. I mean, do you know how much I had to hold my tongue last year? Like, why would she hold her tongue? Because I love my grandfather. Okay. And like, he's the same as Tom Hardy. I know that's like hard for you guys to understand that, like, it's the same energy and different eyes because I hold the eyes and like, but it's the same energy as Tom Hardy. You get it? As my grandfather. Like, I know it's hard for your little tiny human heads to wrap around, or your mutant head, because like I forgot, Doreen, you are like, mystical city. You're like so mystical. Like, you're amazing. You can like switch dimensions. Like, she's like, Doreen's like, hold on, hang on. I gotta eat my gluten-free brownie first, and then we can get to the shamanic experience. Just give me a second, class. Give me a chance. Just eat my gluten-free brownie over here. I gotta charge up, and then I can be mystical as fuck because I'm like so good at healing myself. Meanwhile, Alyssa's like, I need to eat fast food 3 times a week to maintain my weight goals. Yeah. I was definitely a little bit chubbier last year. I already told you guys I definitely did lose weight. I just showed you. I wanted to show you, or I wanted to tell you. Oh, Max last night. Max was on one last night. I looked at one of Max's videos. Oh yeah, and I guess I hooked you guys all up with like the dead love of your life. I think for a lot of you, it's this guy that I grew up with named Paul Batista. And Paul Batista, it's also this guy named Kelly Rafferty that I grew up with. Um, they're both beautiful Palladians. Okay, I just embarrassed Kelly a little bit. That's fine to be embarrassed, Kelly. It's not really a big deal. Just don't bother me with like 100 questions. Okay, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Like, okay, Kelly, we get it. Kelly is gorgeous. He's a gorgeous guy. Blonde hair, blue eyed. He's both. He's Palladian reptilian, and so is Paul Batista. There's sparkly, scaly skin, sparkly scalar waves from the guys I grew up with. Hey, what's up? What's up, Burlington? I guess I'm about to make you famous. I swear to God, if Chris Evans does not fucking send me a car, I'm gonna fucking go crazy. Um, Alyssa's just too good for us now in Burlington. Really? That's really the truth, right? Right? No, of course not. Of course it's not, Kelly, and you know that. I just already said the answer. I'm not a fucking tarot card reader. You have your goddamn helpers. So, right. So of course they're on the same wavelength, right? So anyway, Jeej, I guess, got set up with one of them. It's probably both of them. And one of them is dead. Okay, Paul's dead. Paul died of actually I already talked about him on here, but I guess she didn't realize that was the guy she was dating in the ether. Yeah, they're both really beautiful Palladians and they're my age. And I grew up with him and Paul died of a drug overdose. But he's obviously still here. But anyway, so he probably got hooked up with Sarah Adams as well, okay? Because, that's what you get for, messing with me and Max. Like, you're going to leave my men alone, or I'm just going to give you more and more dead guys to fall in love with. Okay, are we clear here? Um, you ain't gonna have a live love at all. Okay. You're just gonna have a dead love. You understand me? If you freaking say that drugs are real and that people can OD and that, like, your medical bills are real, da 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 da, and diabetes and la 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 la, lung cancer, da 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 da, all this stuff. Try to kill my best friend. Try to make 3D feel real. Try to make 3D real. Try to overpower my best friend with 3D. We heard you the first time, Becky. Knock it the fuck off, okay? And let my friends live in goddamn fucking peace. Or you will fall in love with them when they die and after they die. And you won't love anybody else. You got it? You hear me? You ain't gonna find him on Bumble, okay? Are we clear, class? Um, yeah, Max is my bestie, okay? And he's like really, really fucking smart, and I'm really fucking mad at that. I'm never gonna um she's just like, I'm never gonna live that down, and okay, that's fine. Like, I really want to hear your voice, Sarah. I mean, talk about the fucking castle downloads that you got, you stupid bitch. Talk about the fucking castle downloads you got. You were fucking talking about it in the freaking video I fucking posted on my Facebook. Where talk about it, Sarah. Talk about Alyssa, the New World Order princess, and her fucking castle. Give me the goddamn fucking downloads, Sarah. Anyway, so Max said that I OD'd between 10 and 100 times and I can't die. Okay, so he said, like, you died. Like, you died like between 10 and 100 times when I was like a party animal in my 20s, like literally everyone else. And if you weren't a party animal in your 20s and you're like, jonesing now because you didn't do it in your 20s, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. Okay, like I said again, like, wow, you're a human being and you're an idiot. Wow, wow, I had no idea. Um, he said, if I get old, the simulation gets old. I'm not allowed to get old. I'm not allowed to die. Again, I've already died a lot of different times, a lot of different ways. ODing was one of them. We probably drove off the cliff because that's our sense of humor. They're like, "Why is it so funny, Liz?" Because it's really funny to imagine Darren and I going over the cliff in Sardinia on our honeymoon. If you don't find that funny, like, I feel really sorry for you, but that's hilarious. Like, to go over a cliff, like. So anyway, we probably did that. We probably died. We probably died in a few plane crashes here and there. Probably. He also like was a crazy boat driver on that trip, and like I, he tried to kill us so many times on that trip. Darren, Darren tried to kill us so many fucking times on that trip. He, the boat, like it was like one of those inflatable speedboats. He probably was trying to intentionally kill us. Why is it funny? Because it's freaking hilarious. Okay. Um, it was like one of those inflatable speedboats, and it was like a really windy day, and he did it full throttle because like I think he didn't want a late fee or something like that, like to get it back to the dock, and the fucking inflatable boat was it's like we are gonna flip. We are literally gonna flip, Darren, and we're fucking gonna die in this ocean, and the sharks are gonna eat us, Darren. But the boat didn't flip, and we didn't get eaten by sharks unless we did, and my dad deleted the scene. I don't know, maybe. Um, anyway, so that was Max's download. We're getting so distracted by letting Alyssa go out with insane insane Patrick Bateman's that we're totally forgetting about Max's download, which was the topic. The topic was if the simulation gets old if I get old, and the simulation dies if I die. I mean, I only like one type of guy, so do the math. And it makes me laugh a lot, but in the moment I get like scared as shit. It's so gross. It's so gross. If you're a dad out there, if you're a random father out there and you want to marry, your daughter of any kind, your stepdaughter, your real daughter, your adopted daughter, just know that's gross and illegal, okay? And we're all listening in on this point, okay, at this point, okay? And not to mention it's against her will, so it's like no means no. Like if you ask, okay, like if you're a random dad out there, like say like I don't know, Kevin Bacon or something, and like you randomly ask your daughter to marry you or like you hint at it to her or something, and she's just like, "Dad, that's really funny, but like I'm good. Like I'm a lesbian. Like I'm cool. I'm good, Dad. I'm a lesbian or whatever." Even if she's straight. I mean, why does she have to be a lesbian to turn her dad down, But if she says no one time, even if it's not illegal, okay, just take that as your final answer, okay? Like take that as like your like game show money in a box answer. Like the answer's no, okay? And just kind of like move on with your life, Like it's just I mean, it's so beyond embarrassing at this point. Like I can't even describe to you how embarrassing it is to hear like these fathers, in the chat room blatantly hitting on their daughters and like the daughters are just like constantly just like being like, ha ha ha, dad, like that's cool. Like I'm in on it too, but I'm good. Like I'm good. Like I'm cool with Steve, dad. Like Steve's good for me. Like I'm good. I'm good, dad. Like you know what I'm saying? Like no is a complete sentence. No is an answer. And like you can move on with your life if the answer is no, the answer is no and it's not going to change. Okay, Alyssa, like the answer is not going to change, Alyssa, okay? So I hope we answered your question, Alyssa. Like the answer is no, okay? Um I mean you're oh, I just the world just died yet again. The energy just got sucked out yet again. Alyssa, that's so cool for you. Your energy just got sucked out because your name's Alyssa too, right? That says it on your birth certificate. Alyssa is your name, right? Okay, she's okay, so back to Max's download. She's not old on Andromeda and she'll transfer her consciousness, killing the aging simulation that doesn't honor her. And then Chris Pine said, deleting the world affects the universe. Can you please stop deleting the world, sweetie? Because it affects the universe. Give me Adams. I asked for Adams downloads from last year. Ryan and Alex, you have permission to help me with that one. Um, Mike had to ask his alpha brain permission to do things. Who's your alpha brain, Mike? Is it Lissy? Is it Lissa? Is it Liz? Um, You don't need to ask me permission to do things, Mike. You can do whatever you want, okay, bub? Okay, you can do whatever you want, okay? You're allowed to do whatever you want. Oh, look, what do you know? The energy got sucked out once again. Wow, so cool. So cool. I mean, because Mike doesn't believe in God and everything like that, so. And I'm dancing across the screen like a baby DMT elf. And I'm saying, give me back my skin. If you don't give me back my skin, um, I don't know what I said. I said, you have to give me back my skin. Because, like, oh, they're filling in. Because DMT elves is another word for like the goo inside of us, okay, all of us. Um, oh, if you don't give me back my skin, you're gonna feel empty for eternity because you need the goo. I'm your goo. I'm your girl. I'm your goo. Okay, so if you want to feel whole and complete, you're gonna give me back my skin. Understood? AKA the soul. The soul is the skin. So a soulless being would be a demon. Okay, so it would be an elf or a demon. It would be in the free zone, and they obviously can walk in and out of the gates of a mentee because they're pure Alyssa consciousness. You want to say they're pure consciousness? Why? Why? They're pure Alyssa consciousness, okay? So, yeah, last year we had some people that were trying to catch up with us in the group, Silver Surfer community mainly. And last year they succeeded in catching up to us. However, they caught up to us and they have so many gross feelings that we have to now eat people again. And that's why we're suffering this year. That's why we dropped out of our Palladianship because, like, before, like, we had to eat the demon because, like, there was mean demons and stuff. We had to eat the goo, and now we just call the demon Alyssa, right? Now we just know, like, oh, the demon's Alyssa. We kind of love the demon, and, like, we're happy when the demon, like, comes into our house. Most of us are. Some of us are still terrified. Obviously, they're called the soul. Um, Obviously, the demon is also called Alex, and probably has a few other names, household names. Um, Now we have to get our soul back, which is the skin, which is, it's called a human on this dimension. In this dimension, it's called a human. Upper dimension, it's called a Lyran. Okay, same thing. Um, the elves kind of look like demons. Okay, so like there's demons, there's goo, there's I it goes around in a circle like this. They eat their pure energy, their pure consciousness. So they eat the goo that's out of alignment in this the inner and outer circle. Um, yeah, so that's basically what happened. So I let them catch up. She like said to me out loud, she's like, if you keep being this obvious, like we're gonna catch on, like we're gonna catch up to you. And I was like, well, that's kind of the point. You kind of want to catch up to me, like you don't want to like be trapped in like this stupid like human reincarnation wheel anyway, right? But like now we gotta help them and we gotta clean them out. We gotta clean out the soul group because they're suffering greatly. And it's definitely not a same conclusions game because look, we're doing a completely different thing. So the monetary system comes from the soul group. That sounds like it. I mean, It sounds like a lot of this soul group got trapped down in hell though, and then they thought they were safe there because they call themselves you and they get trapped in the layers of hell, and that's where the pain body comes from too. And we know like so like the it's like this. Look, we know the demon is in charge in hell, and so when we have to go through the layers and the gates in hell, we try to stay in line once we fall. But like on earth, we didn't think the same rules applied. And so we didn't care about staying in line on earth. And that's why we F around and find out. Because obviously we think it's more of a fun game that way. But obviously that's affecting us when we fall into hell. And it's like if you're not in line in earth now, you won't be in line in hell anymore. And so your pain body is like greatly reduced when you stay in line on earth now, whereas before it wasn't. What about the earth score? The earth score is like a really gorgeous place to be. And we thought it was our heaven. And we didn't realize that that was our recycling center. And the ancient cosmonaut, thanks to you for oversharing this year. But they're saying like they didn't realize that that was their version of heaven, the ones that go down, not the ones that go up into the Palladian ships. Um, the ones that go down, they didn't realize that that was that they thought it was their heaven. They didn't realize it was the unique recycling system, and that they got new personalities every single time they went there. They didn't have awareness of it, and this is like bringing like awareness to like the process or whatever. And we're sorry about your engagement to Chris Evans. Like, what the fuck? 666. I'm a nonic, guys. Look, I'm the Illuminati. Where's my goddamn sushi? I'm the fucking Illuminati. So annoying. I'm the real Illuminati, not the fake Illuminati that cracks me up with their soliloquies, Kathy Hilton. Okay, I think that was some good information for today. And I'm gonna go make another cup of coffee and make some breakfast. And remember that I'm a super Palladian and that I need to keep my place super spick and span because I'm a Palladian, and that's how it goes. And if I had cards, I would do a card reading for you today, but I think I lost them in the fire. So, um, yeah. That one killed a lot of people, but like not the whole earth. That one had like a little bit of energy left. I just want to I just need to like target, like targeted individuals. Like I just want to target the person who's like responsible for not giving me free vapes and free wine. Like I just want to target that specific person. That person, listen, if you're that specific person, you are going to learn what a targeted individual is. You're going to learn what Havana syndrome is. You're going to learn what a targeted individual is. You're going to learn what gang stalking is. You're going to learn what alien abductions are. I am so freaking serious. Give me goddamn vapes, people. Okay, anyway, those were really cool downloads from Max, and I should probably like go back and watch the video and see what else he has to say because he's obviously getting like a lot of cool downloads. Anyway, so did you guys learn your lesson about like making fun of me because I always hang out with dead people? I don't know, did you? Let's find out.